Hi, my name is Eli Hare. I am with Rita Anderson, a war bride from London who married a U.S. soldier. Hi, so it's nice to meet you. How's your day been going so far?
Oh, pretty good. I've been over here quite a few years. I was
Really?
about 26 years old when I come, and I'll be 99 this November the 12th.
That's incredible. November 12th? Wow, our birthdays are a week apart. Maybe
Really?
we can, yeah, maybe we can celebrate together sometime. So what was life in London like growing
Well,
up?
I was there when the Blitz came.
Yeah.
I was 19.
Really?
That was
Wow.
something to go through.
Wow.
I had our house bombed. We
I'm
had
sorry.
to move 50 miles from London and stay with a lady that her family had grown, but we paid her for the use of a bedroom and bathroom and things like that.
Did she live like out in the country or did
Yeah,
you?
it's
Oh,
50 miles from London.
oh, okay.
Place
okay.
called Bedford.
Okay.
Yes.
What was that like? Were the conditions? Was everything all right? Was it a safe place?
Oh yeah, that's why we moved there.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
had to.
Cool.
Because we're right in the heart of London where we live.
All right.
I mean, every night in a shelter. That wasn't any fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get up, go to work the next day. Yeah.
Did you have any siblings with you?
No, not at that time, no.
Okay.
I did come over with a 3-month-old baby.
Wow.
500 war brides on a small troop ship.
Wow.
That wasn't any fun.
Yeah.
And then when we docked in New York, the husbands, the wives, the husband come to meet them, were allowed to get off. My husband didn't come.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
I was there till Thursday, and then they put me on a train overnight, and I came into Tiffin, and I was shocked because after London, you know, Tiffin,
Yeah, Tiffin,
real
smaller.
country.
Yeah.
But it's altered a lot since then. But at that time,
Yeah.
it was really country.
Was that kind of a culture shock for you to transition from?
Oh yes, it was.
Yeah.
And then I lived with my mother-in-law for a whole year.
Oh, okay.
My husband had a good job up in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
So I only saw him weekends.
Yeah.
But then I decided I was had enough of that and I was going home.
Yeah.
So he quit his job and came to work in Tiffin.
Oh, wow. That is no, you can. Yeah, you're allowed to say. Don't be afraid to say whatever you feel, however you feel. You're doing a great job. Thank you. Be descriptive as you want. Not only for the interview. Like I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear about your experience.
Thank you.
So getting into that, feel free. Don't leave out any detail. How did you meet your husband?
In my own home?
Really?
Yes.
How'd
I'm
that come
proud
to
to
be?
say that. Well, how it started, my younger sister met him at a dance.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and my mother said, bring him home for a meal.
Yeah.
Well, that night, my sister was under the call-out like myself. She had to go to drive to show a film
Okay.
to the troops. Let Rita entertain him.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, I never met America before. What are we going to talk about?
Yeah.
So I just got a whole lot of offers. We
Yeah.
sat on the couch here looking at pictures.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when I helped my mother clear the table, she said, what do you think? This is the truth. I said, I'm going to marry him.
Yeah.
That first night.
First night you knew.
First night, truly.
Wow.
What did your sister think of that?
Oh, well, it's 5 years. There was 12 years between my husband and I.
Yeah.
There was 17 between. Yeah, so
Yeah.
they just met and both enjoyed dance. But I love to dance too, so that's how we spend our evenings
Yeah.
at a place called Locarno.
Oh, okay.
It's lovely.
What was that like?
We had 3 revolving bands. This was right in London.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was wonderful.
What was your first impersonation? Obviously, it went well. Since that night, you knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But what was your immediate impersonation of meeting this American soldier?
You mean thoughts before I met him?
Yeah.
That's what I said. I wouldn't know. Oh, I got almost scared. I thought, oh, I don't know.
I was about to say, were you nervous at all? Yeah. Yeah. Understandably, of course. The follow-up question to that, was it a surprise falling in love with an American? Would you have ever have imagined?
Oh no, not leaving home and everything.
Really?
Only friend.
Yeah.
That was something. But I got home 8 times. I
Yeah.
flew home I belong to a charter flight
okay.
club. Yes.
So you flew often?
Yeah, 8 in all.
Wow.
So I was lucky there.
Did you enjoy the flying at all?
Yes, it was pretty nice. It was a straight flight from Detroit straight through to Gatwick.
Okay.
And then I had a brother that was pilot. So he only lived a quarter of an hour away.
Oh,
so that was easy. Just get on the plane and he'd meet me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but I didn't get home for 12 years.
Really?
With a family, I couldn't, you know.
Yeah.
So that was something. And then I got home. My father passed away that following year. So that was lucky, really.
Yeah.
Then my mother came over once, but it wasn't lively enough for her. She
Yeah.
never come back.
Yeah.
Yes. I laugh about that even now.
Your sister, did she come see you?
Oh, yes, she did come. Yes. Yeah. Just once, but still, it was nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that had to be nice.
Yeah.
Were you, obviously it took some time to adjust. Once your family came over, did you feel like a sense of pride being able to show them all of these American, like, customs and traditions?
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was,
But it's funny, one afternoon it was raining, my mother said, well, let's go shopping in New York.
Yeah.
Don't realize how far inland you are.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but she never come back.
Yeah.
Oh boy. But I went over there, that was a blessing.
Really?
Yes.
What was that like?
Oh, lovely to go and see the neighborhood again, all the old neighbors and some friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice.
Were you able to keep in touch with a lot of the people?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we used to write and sing Christmas
Really?
cards.
Really?
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah, married 57 years. I'd do it all over again, so it's nice to say.
Yeah.
Really, because I often wonder about the other
Yeah.
brides, how their lives turned out, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's a gamble wherever you are, isn't it? I would think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you remember about the war? Everything that was going on around you, everything that was going on within you personally?
Well, we were on like my sister and I were in the call lot. My brother was a pilot. We were all separated when the raids were on. That was where it was hard. You know, you'd wonder where each was getting on or not.
Yeah.
And then, like when I got married, everything was on coupon. If I'd had a white dress, which I'd love to have had, couldn't wear it after, so I got married in a navy pinstripe suit.
Really?
And I had a veil with a hat, or you know how they used to wear the hat with a veil, and of course I looked quite dressed up. And everybody else was in uniform. My husband was, and my brother-in-law and my sisters in. So really.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. When I see the pretty wedding dresses now, I wish I had one, but still. Yeah.
The war had to be hard. Are you in a way grateful that everything that was going on at the time gave you this opportunity to eventually meet your husband?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never dream of leaving home.
Yeah.
Never.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something really. Yeah.
Do you remember the Blitz?
Oh, yes, I certainly do.
Yeah, go on and tell us about that.
Every night.
Really?
Yeah. Buzz bombs.
Wow.
They go zoom, 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 and then they stop and you know, crash somewhere.
Yeah.
And one time I was so frightened, they told you if you're home to rush across the way to a shelter. Had no mirror, glasses or anything. The thick air at the time you got up in the morning. So no beds or anything. Eventually we did get beds, but at first we fell asleep leaning on each other on the bench. That's the truth. So it wasn't any fun. Well, then one time they said, if ever you can't reach the shelter, fling yourself down on the ground. So I did, and we used to carry our purses with our jewelry, that's all. I had a purse in one hand, and I uprooted some kind of a root in the ground, terrified. I ran down the shelter. I was holding the roof. My bag was still outside.
Yeah.
I'm so terrified. Yeah.
Do you think dealing with everything around that and the Blitz itself, do you think that made you into the person you are today, like strong-willed and?
Oh, I don't know how I am really.
Really?
I'm just an ordinary person.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So after everything about that happened, were you a little intimidated relocating to a completely new setting, an entirely new country?
Oh yeah, you did worry how things would work out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we didn't have a place of our own until 2 years later. That was like heaven to be, just in an upstairs apartment. Yeah. And finally we moved into a home.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was nice. On Hall Street.
Yeah.
That's where I lived. Off of North Sandusky. Your place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. So what were some of the first impressions you had about America and American culture?
Well, naturally it seemed large everywhere, you know. The people very nice.
Really?
Yeah, very, very nice. I didn't meet one person that wasn't nice to me.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yes, really.
Were people back at home, was like kind of, I mean, obviously we speak the same language. Was there a difference to how people kind of spoke here in terms of just like phrasing and like, was there different terms that took a while to learn?
I don't think so.
No, it was pretty.
Oh, money at first.
Yeah.
Yeah, money at first. That's right.
Yeah. What was difficult about learning the rules of American money as opposed to?
Oh no, it just came naturally after a while.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
What did you think of the United States when you first moved here? What were your initial thoughts about this place?
Well, having a baby and living at home with my mother-in-law, I didn't get around. I couldn't join the club or anything.
Really?
I didn't travel very much.
Okay.
No, not till later years when the boys were grown. So.
How many children did you end up having? Three. Okay.
I lost one though when he was 59.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Were they all born in America?
3 boys. One in London, England. Okay. I came across with 3 months old.
Okay.
The other 2 were here, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. But I never had a daughter, but I had real nice sons. Yeah.
Were you able to always stay in touch with them and hear how they were doing as they were growing up?
Yes.
Were they
very good. Well, see, the airmail letters got over in 3 days in those days.
Really?
One of those fold-up airmail letters I used to write home about.
Did any of them follow in your husband's footsteps and join the military or any branch of the military?
Oh yeah, they came under the call-up too.
Oh, okay.
The boys, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, when a certain age. Except one, he had a misplaced kidney. He had a kidney in the back.
Oh.
So he wasn't allowed to join. But the other 2 went, yes. Yeah, they were called up.
Were you proud to watch them do that? Were you proud to see them?
Well, I didn't like putting one in Toledo, see him go in the plane.
Yeah.
I didn't like that very much, no.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Were you able to visit your family back in England often, or did they mainly come and visit you here?
Well, I went home 8 times and my mother came once.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was lucky.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That is
What about your sister, did you say? Your sister came once?
Oh, that's right. My sister came too once, yeah.
Did she enjoy it?
Yes, she loved it here.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, she really did.
Really?
Yes, she really enjoyed it.
Do you still have plenty of family back home in London?
Not my immediate family, they've all gone now.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay. So
but I have 2 nephews and a niece. And my niece has come several times.
Really?
That's been nice, yeah.
What is she involved in, or any of them?
Well, she never married,
Really?
And she goes to Hong Kong places, and she's a buyer for clothes. About 53 now. Very attractive, but never met the right person. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was there anywhere besides America throughout everything that was going on at that time? Did you travel anywhere else that was very unique? Or anywhere in America that was very unique?
I've been, let's see, where did I go? Well, I had an uncle in Montreal. I used to train it up there.
Okay.
Was there. And, let's see, I've been to Disneyland, those places. Did you mean those kind of places?
Yeah, anywhere that stuck out to you.
I went there. Where else did I go? I'm trying to think. Oh, I went up to Cleveland. My sister-in-law had a cottage there. That was pretty there.
Okay.
I forget the actual address. That was nice. Yeah, I got around a little bit. When the boys grew up a bit.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite spot in your travels? Did one of them always stick with you?
I went to Niagara Falls.
Wow.
I got there. That's right. Just came to me, and they let me in, but they wouldn't let me out.
How come?
If I did, because I hadn't taken out my American citizenship.
Oh yeah.
So my husband got upset, and he said, "Come on." We went straight to Toledo. We spent the night there, and then I took out whatever I had to learn.
Yeah.
For the citizenship, and then I had to get 2 witnesses to go up to Toledo to pass.
Yeah.
And that worried me. I thought, asking 2 people to go, what if I couldn't answer the question?
Yeah.
But I made it somehow.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that must have been stressful.
Yeah, it was kind of,
Yeah.
I always remember that because I was young then.
Yeah.
So.
But that was all it took at that time?
Yes.
That seems very quick.
Yes, really. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you talked to your husband? Did he enjoy his time in London at all, especially getting to meet you and everything in the city?
No, he never really raved about it.
Really? Really? Yeah. Yeah.
Hate to say that.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Because he left before me. See, we met in the October and he proposed in January. And then, let's see, a couple of years later he went over. He went in the October and I came over May, I don't know the date, May. But anyway, I'd never seen him out of uniform. He was in civilian clothes. And I had a 3-month-old baby in my arms.
Yeah. Wow.
So that was an odd meeting, really. And then, of course, his mother and father were there, and some of his sisters. His mother had 11 kids.
Wow. Wow. Do you stay in touch with any of them? Or
they're mostly all gone now. I'm outliving them all.
Wow.
It's awful. I'm the last war bride in town to be alive.
Oh, really?
That was nice, though. One from Belgium, one from France. It was nice.
Yeah.
We used to meet regularly and have these dances.
Really?
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, really enjoyable.
What would you guys, if you don't mind me asking, what would you guys discuss when you guys met? Just share similar experiences?
Well, we didn't often talk. We just sit down, have a drink, start dancing.
Yeah, wow.
That's fun.
Yeah.
No, sometimes we go and have tea. Yeah, I had one particular friend. She was very nice. We'd spend the afternoons together and talk a bit about. Not too often, though.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in any way, was the transition from a city like London to a city like Tiffin?
A big change.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit? What were some of the hardest things?
Well, see, I don't know what to say about that, really. It seemed so small. We had an ice skating ring, several theatres, several of everything, shopping places, and then Tiffin, not being rude. I mean, it's the best place to live with a family. I'm fond of Tiffin now, but it was quite a change in every way.
Yeah. Wow.
And then not having a home of my own. We eventually did get that, but it was kind of rough at first.
And from what you were just saying, before you had your own home, where were you staying in that time period?
They were like the war, I had to evacuate.
Yeah. Oh, you were just talking about the transition. Okay, I apologize.
What's that now?
Oh, I just thought you were, I didn't know if you were like just looking for somewhere in Tiffin. I just misunderstood. I forgot about like just the transition over there. I thought you were just trying to find somewhere in Tiffin.
Oh.
Did you work then? Or in Tiffin somewhere?
Well, I raised the boys. Used to go do ironing 5 hours for $5.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Dr. Yeager, the dentist in town.
Oh.
Because, see, my husband quit a good job. He didn't get paid much at Swaby's Hardware. So I used to go do ironings like that. When you think 5 hours for $5. And then I used to do all the painting in our house and gardening and everything. But they were happy days. Yeah. Yeah.
So did you enjoy painting? Did you paint often?
Yes, all the rooms. I was always changing colours.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was there anything particularly you liked to paint?
Well, just the walls. I never do any artistic painting.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Took a big interest in the house.
Yeah.
I loved it. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you always live on Hall Street?
Yes. That one house. 26. And I was 94, I think, when I came to Freeman.
Yeah.
Long.
Yeah. Has it been has the transition from there to here to Freedman, has that been comfortable enough?
Oh yeah, I realize it's as good as anywhere. Expensive though. Yeah, expensive.
Yeah.
But luckily I had the money I saved to leave the boys, so I had to use that.
Yeah.
But then I didn't have to worry any of them for money. I think it's just going to go on Medicaid around Christmas time.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Do you guys have big family celebrations traditionally around Christmas? Do you get to see everyone?
Big deal of Christmas, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are those
and
like?
We all took holidays in the summer.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks away.
Did you go anywhere specific over the summer?
Well, always one place, Cliftonville it was called.
Oh, okay.
On the south coast. It was lovely.
Wow. So,
we used to have a bungalow on the sea.
Wow.
On the sea, listen to me, you still had a drink. What was this guy?
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, you're completely fine.
Cup of tea, I meant to say.
Yeah.
Where is Cliftonville?
It's on the south coast of England. It's beautiful, lovely, sandy beach, and they had these bungalows just for bathing facilities.
Yeah.
And then we stayed at a hotel right on the seafront. Had a wonderful 2 weeks there every year. Had that.
Wow, that's incredible.
I haven't really had a holiday since I've been here, really.
Really?
No.
Do you have any are there any memories of you and your husband in your holidays that stick out?
Well, no. Everywhere we went was rain.
Yeah.
We were unfortunate. We went to Ireland. Poor, he wanted to kiss the Blarney Stone.
Oh.
Yeah.
He had Irish relatives.
Okay.
So I remember climbing up the muddy steps, pouring rain. I'm never so miserable in my life. And then we went to what do they call that amusement place in Florida now?
Disneyland?
Disney World, yes.
Yeah.
We went there and it rained there.
Really?
We went 3 places and it rained every time.
Wow.
We were just unfortunate.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's what stays in my mind. Day out today, isn't it?
Yeah. Weather-wise, it was kind of the climate from London to Tiffin. Was anything different about that?
Yeah. Well, we didn't have the hot, humid summers.
Really?
Do you know all the weather about the climate?
The humidity, yeah.
Yes, no humidity. 75 was a heat wave.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So see the difference?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
And we didn't have such long winters.
Really? Yeah.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
We had snow, but nothing like here.
Yeah, the winter here is, they can...
They drag, don't they? It seems long anyway to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did notice that.
What about the food? Was the food here a lot different from the food back in London?
No, not terribly, really.
Really?
I never had pumpkin pie.
Really?
And that flavor was horrible. I thought, oh, but after I loved it. But it's first tasty. I thought, how funny. What an odd taste. And then chili. We didn't have chili.
Really?
But otherwise, we had sausages and we had roasts, beef stews, curries. Yeah. Not too much difference, really.
What about the tea? Because I heard you mention tea a couple times.
I love tea all the time. But I do like a coffee lunchtime. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I have tea for breakfast. And I go down 3 o'clock. And they say, here she comes for a spot of tea. Because once I said, I'd like a spot of tea. Yeah. And they mimic me and say, here she comes for a spot of tea.
It's a good tradition.
Yeah. Yeah, grown up with it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite kind of tea, or do you just like
Lipton.
Tea? Lipton?
Definitely. And I like my marmalade for breakfast too. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
It's an orange.
Yeah.
Orange, yeah. I like that.
Yeah, that sounds really nice.
Yeah, I usually have that.
What's your drink of choice?
Gin.
Yeah, you're going to be all right.
But right now I'm not, because must be the medication or something. They fix me one, I don't even want to look at it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Not that I haven't drank very much.
Yeah.
No.
I
don't know if that's all right or not.
Clothing style like, was it weird? Did Americans dress differently than anyone from London, or was it basically all the same?
Yeah, pretty well.
Really?
Too much. I wouldn't have even noticed.
Yeah.
No.
If you ask.
Yeah, the earlier when you were talking about the dancing, when you would meet up with other war brides, have a drink and dance, what were those like? Do you have any fond memories of those?
Oh, yes. That was a lot of fun. And that's when we talk how different countries we talk then a bit more. Yeah, that was lovely. Really enjoyed those evenings. And then we got to each other's homes occasionally too.
Really?
Yeah, so it was nice.
Yeah.
Something from home, you know.
Yeah. Because you said they were from different places as well. Did you learn a lot about their culture too? Not
too much. One time we went out of town. We went to one of the Red Lobster restaurants for lunch. There was a waiter that would not leave us alone.
Really?
And, well, there was a friend of mine was from France, Belgium, and I was English. 3 accents. And he would not leave. And this French girl said, please, we will call you if we need more. Gave him a hint to leave. I always remember that.
Yeah.
But we'd shop in the morning and have lunch, shop in the morning, go home. To Mansfield, that's where we used to drive. Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yes, it was fun. Yeah.
So, since you were from London, which is such a big city, did you ever get to visit the capital of Ohio? Have you been to Columbus?
No, I have since, but no, not while I was over there, no.
Okay.
I didn't travel much then.
Okay.
Well, I was at work every day.
Yeah.
In this store in London, right in the heart of London, called Oxford Circus. I served 3 years apprenticeship without any money, and the war come.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in millinery.
What kind of store?
It's a big store. Titled ladies went there. It was a beautiful place. And you had to serve 3 years before you got anywhere. And then I was going to learn to apply. I was in millinery because hats were in then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, still have hats. So, and we'd either catch a bus. It took me about an hour to get there each way. If I was late, I'd go by the tube. That's the underground. Yeah.
Wow.
That was neat to have, you know. A lot of people went down there in the wartime, made their beds down there.
Wow.
They did, because when I come home from work, it's between 6 and 7, They were already laying out their spots down there. Yeah, and I was always afraid of it getting flooded or something. I never would do that, but they did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother was a prisoner of war, you know, in Japanese hands.
Wow. If you don't mind, can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, he came back like a little old bent man. It was terrible. He only lived to be 82. He always had tummy trouble, stomach trouble. Yeah. But, and we'd send postcards, or he'd send us all scratched through, hardly read anything about him. That was awful.
Wow, I'm sorry.
He was about 3 that got away. They made them march so many long times, and only 3 were alive after that, and he was one of the 3.
Wow.
Yeah, that was awful, really. Yeah.
How long was he a prisoner for?
Oh, several years.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't remember just how many, but that's all I remember. You know, because it must have been awful for my parents too.
Wow.
Yeah. And then, because we were away from home too.
Yeah.
So it wasn't any fun, that war.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's awful. Still quite an experience to live through. Yeah. Happiness came out of it anyway. Met my husband.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little, like, what he was like?
Oh, he had a charm, must have.
Really? Yeah.
He had a nice deep voice. He had a nice voice. And he had a young, fat, full, happy face.
Yeah.
Well, just his voice was nice. Something about his voice I liked. I must have liked a lot of things. Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And I didn't have many boyfriends either before he came. No.
Was there anything about him, since you said the first night, you said, you knew he was the one. Was there anything that just about him that within the first, like, meeting with him that something he gave off, whether it was the way he talked, like
I think it was his voice.
Really?
Must have had a pretty nice personality. That's all I can think.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, it is really.
Were your parents excited?
Well, I tell you, see, they knew what we'd been through in the war, and the ones going to end soon, and they thought, well, might as well let her enjoy life. So
that's nice.
They weren't too happy about the, they just thought that way.
Yeah.
But my father never come over, my mother did, so that was nice. Yeah. Yeah.
During this period, did you ever keep a journal or anything that kind of write your thoughts out?
I never did, but in my room I've got this is funny. I went out of town to my son's, and he took me to a hardware store, fix his home up. And I was bored, so I wandered around. A lady come up to me and she said, "Are you as bored as I am?" And then she says, "I detect your accent." I said, "Oh yeah." So she said, I'm a reporter for a paper."
Wow.
She said, "Would you mind if I interviewed you?"
Wow.
And so I got a clipping she sent me the clipping in my bedroom.
Wow.
And that was something,
that's incredible.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
So you're a pro at these interviews.
No, she just, in the store, just asked me a few questions, you know, but made a lot of it in the newspaper. Yeah.
Do you remember anything specifically you two talked about that made it into the paper?
She just asked me. I really can't remember that many years
that's
ago.
fine.
Yeah, just similar questions yours, really.
Yeah.
I don't know. Really can't think right now.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you guys get to go outside here a lot, or at least enjoy the sun?
Yeah, we got like, what would you call it? It's just a cement floor, but they have pots of flowers around.
Oh, yeah.
And tables with umbrellas.
Yeah.
But you know, this summer is either too, because it threw heat, and too hot, or else drizzly rain.
Yeah.
Really did sit out that much. No, not really.
Yeah.
Today's perfect.
Yes, pretty.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Saturday, like I said, went to the lake. That was nice. Yeah.
Coming from London, do you have a preferred climate? Is it just something like this, as long as it's nice outside?
Nice like this, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, lovely.
Did it rain a lot over in London?
No,
Really?
we never had storms in the summer. Mostly winter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, mostly winter.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We had some bad ones, but then we used to have fog. They were bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they kind of, I suppose they quit far places.
Yeah.
Maybe that was it. I don't know. But we didn't have nearly as bad fogs as we used. One time we were out and I had to go along the curb with a flashlight to follow to get home.
Yeah.
That's how thick they come up so quick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a difference that way. Because we don't have big highways like you do. That makes a difference. But the countryside's very pretty there. Winding. No straight long roads.
Yeah.
You know, real pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty countryside.
Was that nice, since when you told us earlier you moved 50 miles from London? What was that like? Was that difficult at first?
No, it's pretty there.
Really? Oh, okay. You enjoyed it? You enjoyed the scenery?
Yeah,
okay.
it's nice there.
Yeah,
I liked it there, all right.
So, falling in love with an American man, was he just, not even behavioral-wise, I guess everything about him, how different was he from just a typical Londoner?
Oh, he wasn't serious like the Englishmen were.
Yeah, really?
I don't know, quite a difference in that way, personality-wise. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about it.
No, that's
good enough.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, of course.
Must have been something different.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice to say I met him in my own home, because you know, you walk by, they think just to pick up, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm glad I can honestly say that.
Yeah. During the raids and the Blitz and everything, was there something you told yourself to stay calm and stay collected? Did you have something you looked forward to, or I don't know, just a mindset?
Oh, I don't know, just hope they don't hit where I am.
Yeah.
Just, it was scary, all right.
Yeah.
Finally, you had to drop to sleep.
Wow.
Yeah. Night after night, that's really wearing.
Yeah. Wow.
Did you lose anyone close to you at that time?
No, I don't think I did, luckily.
No.
Wow.
No.
You were lucky.
No. Yeah.
Did others reach out to others in order to help them? Did some people in the neighborhood, were they unable to have like a safe space to hide? Did some people stay with other neighbors?
No, mostly went to shelters.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
were those shelters like local, like just right down the street?
Yeah, just across the way.
Okay.
Just right across the street.
Okay.
Yes, I had enough of those around.
Wow.
Yeah.
How were the conditions of the bunkers? Were they big enough for everyone?
Well, eventually, but at first it was rough, you know.
Really?
Just sit on a bench and go to sleep that way.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then, of course, the air, after being there all night with no window open, it was rough.
Wow.
It wasn't very pleasant. No.
Okay.
No. No, my mother'd be cooking a roast, the sun would go and she'd have to turn the gas off and leave it.
Oh.
And things like that. Sunday meal.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, it's hard living. It lasted a long time. do. Yeah.
Is there anything that you, coming into this interview, you specifically wanted to talk about or have us ask
No, I
you?
thought perhaps you might be interested to hear about the Blitz.
Yeah.
Because not many people here have that experience.
Yeah. If you want, you can talk as much about the Blitz as you want. Everything that went on and everything you had to deal with. Feel free.
Yes, well, I think I've really well told you about it. I wasn't
And
then I thought I'd give them a smile about uprooting that. Riding with a root in my handbags outside the jewelry. There's a few things you can laugh about. You had to. You had to.
Yeah, no, that's important to keep somewhat humor.
And that was the sad part, all of the family being separated too.
Yeah. For you, was that by far the most difficult part?
Yeah, I think so, because you're naturally worried how your mother was doing at home. You know.
Okay.
Because they went all through the day and night. Yeah. It's hard to believe I lived through it all, really. Yeah. When I look back now, seriously think about it. Normally I don't anymore, but this interview brings things back to me.
Do you think this whole experience, as either beneficial or traumatic as it was, do you think it made you a stronger person?
Oh, I think so, yes. I don't regret not going through that. I'm just lucky nothing happened to me. Really.
Wow.
Yeah, not a scratch.
Okay,
I've had more trouble over here. More trouble.
Wow.
That's right. I've had a lot of cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes. But still, most people have a touch of it. I've had a big touch.
Have you had support from family and friends through that?
No, not really.
I'm sorry.
No. Oh, I mean, they've said get well cards, but that's all. Oh, well.
Yeah.
So.
You're here.
Yeah.
Yes. Live to be this age too.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
They know. Like, honestly, thank you so much for talking to us.
I enjoyed talking with you.
That was I enjoyed listening. That was incredible.
I didn't. Yeah. Well, I don't have my spot of tea.
Yeah.
It's that time.
Yeah.
Do you like a spot of tea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah,
well, I enjoyed talking with you.
Yeah, of course. It was so nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Nice meeting you too. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah.